There was once a young boy named Arlo who felt invisible. His siblings were all successful, making him feel like he didn't measure up. As he got older, things didn't go well for him. He failed at work and in love, and he started to lose all hope. One night, as he sat alone on a park bench, he was overwhelmed by self-doubt and negativity. But suddenly, he heard cheering in the distance. Curiosity stirred within him. He moved closer. A mysterious figure in a tuxedo, white gloves, and top hat captivated the crowd with grand gestures, his face hidden behind black paint except for his eerily glowing eyes. As he watched the magician perform, he was mesmerized by the attention and admiration the performer commanded. In that instant, he made a decision. He, too, would become a magician. Arlo poured himself into mastering magic, transforming his pain into something extraordinary. Soon, his performances became the talk of the town. Each night, the audience erupted in applause and laughter. With each clap, Arlo felt his confidence grow stronger. He had never been as happy as he was now. But Arlo's ambition soon turned to obsession. An insatiable lust for power took hold of him. He wanted more: admiration, power, and control over people. This hunger had its roots in the bitterness of his past. He resented how others had mistreated him and how powerless he'd been over his past situations and outcomes. Driven by this desperate need for power beyond his physical skill, he approached a witch known for her dark magic, hoping she could grant him the abilities to craft more elaborate illusions and manipulate others. "I need the power to bend reality," he said. "I want to create illusions so convincing, so real, that no one will question my authority. Let every word I speak make them believe in whatever I choose. I want the power of deception, manipulation, and control." "You seek more than just magic, magician," the witch replied. "You seek to control the very essence of life. Such power doesn't come freely. Every illusion you create will cost you a part of yourself. The more you manipulate, the less of you remains." And so, the witch granted him the dark magic he sought. That night, Arlo stood before the people and declared, "Behold, I will create a world where nothing is as it seems. A place where the impossible is real and the truth is nothing but a shadow." With a wave of his hand, he cast an intricate spell. With a sweeping gesture, the very fabric of reality seemed to unravel. A vision of mountains burst forth from the trembling earth, rivers reversed their ancient courses, and the air itself shimmered with bewildering chaos. Initially, his act was a breathtaking spectacle that mesmerized audiences. But as he honed his craft, delving into darker, more complex illusions, wonder turned to terror and fascination to horror. The more Arlo spoke his illusions aloud, the more they seemed to take hold of him. They were tightening their grip on his mind. The manipulation of reality had warped Arlo's mind. What started as a way to impress had become a powerful force that took over his life. Arlo couldn't tell what was real and what was fake anymore. His thoughts were confused. He was trapped in his own web of illusions. He no longer trusted his own senses. Was the sky really as dark as it seemed, or was it a creation of his own mind? Were the voices he heard whispers of the past, or figments of his own making? Arlo's new acts made him fall out of favor, and soon, he was forgotten by the crowds that once flocked to see him. His once brilliant eyes, full of wonder, stared blankly into nothingness as he sat at the park bench once again. Out of the shadows, the same magician he had encountered long ago sat next to him. "Arlo," he said softly, "do you remember when you were the happiest?" "When people cheered and laughed," he replied. The figure nodded. "You've trapped yourself in the greatest illusion of all. The harder you tried to make others like you by manipulation, the more you sacrificed your own identity." Arlo gazed at his hands, trembling. "What do I do?" The figure said, "Just be yourself, happily." With those final words, the figure faded into the night, leaving Arlo speechless with the overwhelming weight of this answer pressing heavily down on him. In the end, Arlo found his answer. He traded his elaborate illusions for simpler pleasures. Now, He has found happiness performing lighthearted magic shows at the park, delighting children and adults alike. True joy comes from just being yourself. No tricks, no illusions. The moral of this story is, true happiness comes from being authentic and embracing who you are, rather than trying to gain validation or control through manipulation. Arlo's journey shows that while seeking approval or power might bring temporary satisfaction, it often leads to losing sight of yourself. Real joy is found in honest connections and staying true to what makes you genuinely happy. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to embark on upcoming chariot tales.